Hi, everyone, and welcome, welcome, welcome to our show. I've got to say that I am so thrilled. I always use the word excited, so I'll change it for you. I'm using the word thrilled to have a very dear friend on with me who has a really fun story about how she got introduced to Clientele, but there's so many more fascinating things about her. So she's got a story to tell. I can't wait for you to hear it. I'm going to introduce to you Debra Denase. Debra, could you say hi to everybody for us?
Hi, everyone. It's great to be here, Sheryl, and I love the product. I mean, it's fantastic. Love it, love it, love it.
Thank you. Those are our conversations all the time. So we talk about Clientele for a long time. So everybody wants to know about you. Tell us about Debra and some of your life and some of what you've experienced and some of the things that you do to encourage others. And then we'll talk about your Clientele journey.
Well, I don't know what to say about my life. I've got a simple life. I'm a simple person with, just everyday things. And I love being here in California, and I have lots of friends, and I'm in love with God, and I follow him, and he just it's just a day to day, living life day to day, and influencing people on the way, just by really because I live it. In other words, if I tell you I like something, it's because I'm really living it, and I really do like it. So, I've been in California now for 9 years. This time, I've been back and forth from California to New York for like, oh my gosh, 20 years, and this is my second round. And I've been here 9, and I love it. It's just gorgeous. Have a lot of friends, beautiful friends, and one sister that lives here. My younger son lives with me, so it's been great. I'm just simple, Sheryl, simple. Just love the simple things of life. As you get older, you want less stress and simplicity.
Absolutely. Now, I hope you don't mind because I know a little bit about your life, a little bit about your past. You did have a past before this, and it was of acting. Is that correct?
Yes. I did a little bit. I was in a few things in New York and a few things here in California, and I did that for a while. Nothing big, but my thing is I just knew so many people in Hollywood. I have a lot of friends that are in Hollywood that are good friends to me, and that's what I love more than anything. It's just the companionship and the friendships, and that I'm not so much interested in Hollywood like I used to be as I've gotten older, especially with the things that are going on now. I'm not so interested in it, but I do have lots of friends in it, lots of producer friends that I know and I see and I go to lunch with, and that's my love is people, having friends and being involved in their lives and being an influence in their lives. So that's what I really, really enjoy.
And that's what I love about you. That's what I love everybody about Debra. When I met her several years back, I lead worship at a church in Southern California, and I met Debra there and just fell in love with her because she is a people person. It's all about helping others, being there for others, and she does have a background. She's very humble, as you can see. So yes, a little bit of acting. Now, I wasn't around then with you. I didn't know you then, so I really didn't know what you did. But I do want to say that she's just the most loving, humble, wonderful person. And she keeps herself in impeccable shape. Now, I'm not going to tell age. That would be for you to do if you want to. So I'm not going to. But I'm just going to say she's in incredible shape. This woman can wear a bikini and look phenomenal. So I'm a little envious of that because I'm not, I'm slim, but I'm too shy to wear a bikini. So anyway, could you tell us how you keep in shape and how you're so disciplined?
Well, I've always been disciplined, even when I was younger. When I keep my sugar intake to practically zero, and I eat really well, greens and lean protein, and I go to the gym. I haven't lately, because of all the stuff that's going on. But I do get out every day and ride my bike for miles. So that's how I get into shape. And then I do a few weights at home. But before all this happened here in the United States, I would go to the gym 5 days a week, sometimes 6, and do weights and aerobic classes and yoga classes. And, every class you had, I was in the class. But I still am in shape because of riding, my bike miles and miles, like an hour to an hour and a half a day. And then I do, hand weights and things at home. So as long as I just keep my eating, really clean, and no sugar, and watch my carbs and just eat a lot of veggies and salads and fish, and that's how I do it. And then I've got good genes. My mother was gorgeous, and it's a gene pool too. So she was just a beautiful woman. So anyway, it's that's part of it too. But just the clean living and stress. That's why I try to keep my life so stressless, and try to keep more simple and not so much stress.
It's funny that you mentioned genes, because I just recently talked about the fact, because this is actually proven, 25% approximately of your gene pool is your aging process, only 25%. So what do you do about the other 75%? Now, Debra's telling you, she eats really clean. That's difficult for most people. It's difficult for me. I love dessert. I am a dessert queen, but I have definitely cut down on it, because what you do see as you age is that sugar really damages you in so many different ways. It's delicious. It's wonderful. It's such a great treat, but it damages the skin, breaks down the collagen and elastin, actually ages us,
Yes.
damages the body. It's inflammation for the body. A lot of people have so many issues because of their intake of sugar. How do you remain so disciplined? Were you always like this?
No. When I was younger, I was, junk food queen. But as I got older, I just knew it wasn't good for me. And I started out doing it because of health, just to stay in good health. And now, once you get sugar out of your system, it's really hard to go back to it. I just don't eat desserts. I'm offered them all the time, but it doesn't do anything for me. And then it takes me days to detox it out of my system, because, my system's not, used to it. I just don't like the taste of it anymore. But I tried it. Salads and veggies and lean protein, it gets old. It really does. There's moments when I think, can I just, splurge? But I don't do it very often. Even at Christmas and Thanksgiving, I just really don't. So it's not worth it to me, because when you don't do that, it keeps your immune system so high. You stay so healthy. You're not, you can be around stuff and you're just not susceptible to it, because you've got such a strong immune system going on. And sugar really causes all kinds of problems. It causes cancers and aging, and elasticity is gone, and it's just all kinds. It's an avenue for things to get in. So I really try to stay away from sugar. And the only really sugar that I get is natural, like blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, raspberries, things like that, berries. So that's about it. I don't want it. My body, I've done it so long that my body doesn't crave it anymore. I don't want it anymore.
Well, that's a phenomenal point, Debra, because we're about to talk about internal and external care. So phenomenal point about sugar. I know a lot of you are really sad right now, and you're crying going, do I have to give up my ice cream? Well, you have to make that decision for yourself. You have to say, yes, I'm going to give that completely, or I'm going to have it every once in a great moon. But we talk about the immune system all the time, Debra, especially now. Now more than ever, we need to build a strong defense against everything that's out there that we have never as a world experienced. So that is a great reason to cut it down severely or cut it out. So those are great points, and I thank you for that. Now, it's funny because, what was it, a couple years back that I gave you the Clientele Lift kit. And I always love what Debra thinks. Her opinions are very important to me, and I very much value them because she has a lot of wisdom. So I went along about my year basically, and I never heard anything about it. And I didn't ask her because I didn't want to push it. You know, you give a gift, that's good, but you don't want to push it. Hey, so all of a sudden I get a phone call. So can you tell us what happened from there?
Well, I was using Origold, and I mean, it's unbelievable expensive. It's supposed to be the best on the market. And so I was using up my Origold when I got that package from you. I thought, oh, I am not stopping my Origold because I had so much money into it. So once I got done, that's when I used it. And I fell in love with it. I mean, I saw a difference in my skin like in a couple of days. And it was so gentle, and it did, it sells itself, Sheryl. I mean, you don't even have to pump it up about anything because it sells itself. It is so phenomenal. I'm in love with this product. And that's why, I could tell you how I feel about it because I really feel about it. I mean, I really believe in it because I've seen the results in my own life and on my own skin. And I just absolutely, it's the best thing out there. It's gentle, but yet it does what you want it to do. It lifts, it smooths, it repairs. It's fantastic. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. So that's what took me so long though. I was on Origo and I wanted to, use my last little bit because it was so unbelievable expensive, like $300 and $400 a bottle for a product. And I thought I've got to use this up first because I was afraid that if I used it earlier, I might not go back to the Origold. I thought, oh my Lord, what am I going to do with all this product? So anyway, I used it up and it took that long. And then I used it one night. I just, Sheryl, it's just phenomenal. It's just phenomenal. And I've had so many compliments about my skin and what am I doing different and blah, blah, blah. I tell them about Clientele. It's great, great stuff.
And it's amazing, Deborah, because to me, when I saw you, you were shockingly beautiful when I met you. And so I thought, oh gosh, how can this woman get any prettier? And the best thing about, your beauty, there's beauty to me, and it's going to sound so corny, but it's true. There's beauty to me in every single person, woman or man. What really makes a person beautiful to me is their insides, not just the exterior. The exterior is the first impression we always get, of course, but the insides. And the fact that you can just have such humility and such integrity and just do things in such a beautiful way, again, to help those around you, that makes you triply, if there's such a word, beautiful to me. And I'm so grateful, first of all, for the fact that, again, you would tell me, you would be very honest with me and say, Sheryl, it was just okay. I really didn't see anything. Oh, thank you. But you've raved about Clientele ever since you've tried it, and you have referred many people to us, and that's what's happened. But I do see, which is really hard because you were perfect from the beginning as far as I was concerned, but I do see the changes also. Just even from looking in a screen, I can see it. So I'm just so excited that you're here to explain to everyone how you feel about it. And let's talk about the supplement part because you're very big into supplements. You talked about good food, healthy eating, lots of water, lots of exercise. How do you feel on the supplements? What changes have you seen?
Uh, you got me hooked on the Vital Factor. Oh, Sheryl. I mean, I can't do without the Vital Factor. It gives me energy. It helps my skin, if you can even believe it. It does something to the skin. I don't know what, because I don't know I don't know the details of it. I just know that you take it 5 days a week and then you're off 2 days. And I absolutely have seen a major difference with that. My energy level is just incredible. My skin, it even plumps the skin. I mean, it's just like I'm back going to my youth again. So I love it. And the Vital Factor, oh my Lord, I tell everybody to get on that. That stuff is a miracle. So that's the one thing that I'm using, religiously is the Vital Factor. And you're right. I would not say anything if I didn't believe it. I mean, I would just say, Sheryl, thank you for the gift, but I'm just not, I'm not hooked on it. I mean, I tell you that I'm just that's one of my flaws. I'm just so blunt about things, and I would have told you, but there's nothing that I found that I don't like about it. Nothing. I mean, there's nothing. So I love the supplements too. I love it, the Vital Factor.
Well, excuse me. All of a sudden I had to cough. Sorry, you usually sneeze to the truth, not cough.
Yeah.
So anyway, what I was going to say about the reason that you said you feel so youthful, your skin looks youthful with the vital factors, and you're feeling like you're reverting backwards. That was such a good point. So that's why you love it so much, and I'm so grateful for that. That Deborah really believes in taking care of herself from the inside out, and the results are right here. And she's a happy, positive person, because don't you agree that when you do things for yourself to take care of yourself and others meaning that you're referring it to others, that you feel more confident, that you feel good to face the world with everything that's going on?
Oh, absolutely. And I'm going to tell you something. When you look good and you feel good, I mean, you can walk into a room it's like night. I mean, the confidence level and the people are drawn to you. They're just drawn, and you don't even know why. I have people are drawn to me all the time, and I think I don't see what they see, and it's probably a good thing that I don't, because I have this big, huge head. But yeah, the creams and the products like that help the outside. And then the Vital Factor that I love, because it's natural and you're not doing a human growth factor with, like shots and pills that can be a disaster, because it's your own body reverting back to that and making it produce. You feel great and you get great results, and it's all natural. It's not like some chemical you're pumping into your body, because I don't go for that at all. And so anyway, yeah, it makes a major difference. You can go into a room and you just light up the room. People are they're drawn, and they don't even know why they're drawn. So yeah, it makes a major, major difference. And I've seen a difference since I've been on, the supplements and the creams. The creams are just phenomenal. So yeah, I'm a happy camper. And I tell everybody that, and they want to know why before I even say I'm using Clientele. They're like, "You look so different. What's the deal?" And it really shows. It really does. It shows. And you can't fake that, Sheryl. You can't fake that. So either it's real and it really comes off and comes out, or it doesn't. You can't act your way through that. That's I don't care how good of an actor you are. You can't act your way through that. And that's why that's why this product's so amazing, is because it just naturally comes out. I am so hooked on this. I will be a Clientele girl for the rest of my days. I love it.
Thank you. That is such, I mean, I just want to use that slogan right there. I'll be a Clientele girl for the rest of my days. It's perfect. But that is one thing that you really do want to hang around Debra, because she's fun to be around, and she's great to be around. And don't you also want to be that person that just exudes confidence and exudes a lot of love, because you want to share information with people? And that's what she does. She doesn't hold back. She doesn't hide back. She's very transparent and very real and raw. And those are great characteristics to have. So we're all about helping you. As a matter of fact, I would love everybody for you to please like and share this information that Debra just gave, because it's so valuable. It's such great nuggets about your internal health, your external health, what she does in her life to feel good, that you can do it at any age, whether you're a woman or a man, and that people can be drawn to you because you feel so good. You're so healthy. You've got, a spring in your step. So that's what the show is all about, is to really encourage and inspire you to be the best that you can be at any given age. Do your preventive work. If you start early, I started at 24. I'm almost 65 years old. If you start early, or even if you're 70 years old and you say, is it too late? No, we have somebody 103 that uses Clientele, and she looks like she's in her 80s, and she doesn't want anybody to tell her age because she said she doesn't want anybody to know, just that she feels good and she looks good. So Debra, you are such a beautiful and great and loving example of just a fabulous, like you said, not only clientele girl, but just person, and just so grateful and blessed and honored to have you on today with us. Do you want to leave us with one more thing before we wrap up and say goodbye?
Yes, I really am encouraging everyone to try it. I mean, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And I just thank you, Sheryl, for, introducing me to it and, getting me hooked on it. I mean, you didn't get me hooked. The product itself hooked me, but just try it. It's amazing, amazing. It's just amazing. I love it. I can't say that enough, how wonderful it is. And I will be using it from here until, the time when I'm not here. So thank you so much, Sheryl, for, giving me the little clientele, kit. And I just fell in love with it. That's just fell in love with it. It's really, really good stuff.
Thank you for being here. And by the way, one of the things just for everybody to know is Debra's product is the Ester Lift product. But when you call us, we will customize and target just for you, just like we did for Debra, so that I made sure I really wanted to take care of her and everybody else. I wanted to make sure that everything she told me about her skin, her health, if there were any medical conditions, anything, that I knew specifically what to do for her. And that's very important. So I'm so grateful she trusted me. And I just thank you. And I just want to send blessings out to everyone. Thank you. Call us. And Debra, if anybody wants to get in touch with you, if you're willing to, share anything about how to get in touch with you, please share that information.
Yes, yeah. Anybody, if they want to call me and ask me about it, I'll tell them, because it's fantastic. I mean, I could sit and talk for hours about how I love it. And anybody to get a hold of me, and they can find me on Facebook, Debra Denase, and then you can message me, and I'll give you, a number to call if you really are, wanting to know more about it. So yeah, it's fantastic, Sheryl. I mean, they just have to try it. That's all they've got to do. And
thank you, Debra. Thank you for being here. I just love you so much. Not because you said all the good things about Clientele, but I love you anyway. So thank you so much. And just have a blessed day, and have a blessed day, everybody. And Ryan, for you, Ryan is Debra's son. Thank you so much for helping Debra today with the camera. We're so grateful to you too. Have a fabulous day, everybody. We'll see you next Thursday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for another wonderful guest. I'm not going to tell you who, you just have to join us. And Tuesday nights for me doing a live and telling you about something special in Clientele. We'll see you then, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday nights. Bye, everyone.